Hey everyone, this is Hunter Page with Capital Reef Photography Tours. Today I'm going to be showing you how to be very selective with your color balance by selecting our highlights in the image and creating a nice warm color balance for that, and then selecting the shadows and creating a cool tone color balance for the shadows. Now, the reason I'm doing this is naturally in a scene, where the sun is hitting on the landscape is going to be warmer toned than where the sun is not hitting. Typically in the shadows reside cool tones, the highlights have warm tones. So that is specifically what we're going to be doing. How we do this here in Photoshop is here in the channels, you're just going to, on a Mac, you're going to press Command, Option, Shift, and click the top RGB option here. Or on Windows, you would press and hold Control, Alt, Shift. And this is going to select all of the highlights in your image. So come down to this icon here, select that, and this will give you a layer that shows you what you're going to be selecting essentially. So everything that's white is going to be affected by this adjustment. Everything that is black or like a darker gray is not really going to be tampered with. So now that we have the marching ants active, we're going to go ahead and select our color balance. And then what we want to do before we adjust this is we want to create a color balance for the shadows. So again, we are going to press Command, Option, Shift on a Mac and click the RGB layer. But this time, because we don't want to select the highlights, we want to select the shadows. We're going to come up to Select, down to Inverse, and then back over here, we are going to make that layer. So now we are selecting the shadows in the image and not the highlights. But what I like to do here is get a little bit more defined on this. And so what I like to do is Command, Option, Shift, and I'm going to click this Alpha 2 channel once, twice, and leave it right here. And then we're going to select the color balance tool. Now that we have both of our layers down here, one for our shadows, one for our highlights, we're just going to go ahead, we can use this top one here, this is our shadows, and you can leave this drop down menu as midtones, and we are going to add some cyan into our shadows. You can see this is only selecting the shadows. It's not grabbing the sky and turning the sky red. It's literally just the cooler or darker tones in the image. So we're going to cool those down quite a bit. And I think about 34 is going to be looking good for these shadows. So this is what it looks like before the adjustment and after. I'm going to grab the magenta to green slider and push this toward green just a little bit, maybe +4 there, and then the slider from yellows to blues, and we're going to grab this and push it toward blue. And I think right around here is looking good to me. We'll leave it at 19. So again, this is before the adjustment for the shadows and after the adjustment for shadows. You can just, it's a massive difference, right? You don't have the yellows and oranges in your shadows, which is very unnatural in this scenario. And now you get those nice cool tones in your shadows, creating this nice color separation from yellows to neutral color or blue. So now let's select our highlights. But with this drop down menu, what we want to do is actually come down and select highlights. So again, this is only going to be selecting the brightest parts of the frame here. So let's go up, and I want to add warmth, to these highlights. They're already so warm, but we'll do it anyway. So grab that slider and push it toward red. And we're going to be very subtle with this. You can push it to the extreme. You can see the sky turning red, which is obviously very unnatural. So, I'm probably going to leave it at about +4. Now we'll add a little bit of magenta. And then a little bit of yellow. Yeah, about 11 looks good to me. So this is before, after, before, after. It's very subtle, but it does make a big difference. So again, I'm going to show you the whole image with both of these adjustments before, which is this image here, and after that adjustment. Before and after. Huge difference. Massive, massive difference. So thank you for watching. If you guys want to check out any more videos, feel free to go onto my website or YouTube. You can find me under Capital Reef Photography Tours. Again, my name is Hunter Page, and thank you for watching.